Hi everyone, hope you're doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Now, we know what Ruto said about judges. He framed them, and he's clear that he's not going to obey court orders. Above all, he's telling judges that mambo ni yale alisema, meaning mambo ni matatu: uhame Kenya, uende jela, ama usafirishwe mbinguni. That's what he said. And we saw William Ruto again alleging that Senior Counsel AhmedNassir is among the people who advised him that the judiciary is rot to the core. Therefore, it needs cleaning. And in one of his posts on X, he was very clear on that. He mentioned Senior Counsel AhmedNassir, and this is what he said. Imagine, let me just read it first. AhmedNassir, Senior Counsel, you warned me of sabotage by corrupt judicial officers. I told you there are many good officers in the judiciary and that we will root out the corrupt. We shall mute, Senior Counsel, the impunity of bribing judges so as not to delay or sabotage Kenyans' imminent transformation will never happen under my watch. Not a single cent will be used to bribe nobody. Mambo ya wafisadi wote ni yale nilisema. That was William Ruto, indeed confirming that AhmedNassir is telling him that judiciary is rot. And AhmedNassir went further also to react on the same. And this is what he said. I am very disappointed that the progressive judges in the court, especially the many in the Court of Appeal, have not voiced their support for His Excellency William Ruto's call to reform the judiciary and remove corrupt judges. He even tagged the Kenyan judiciary. Now, with all this, Miguna also responded to Senior Counsel AhmedNassir. He has contrary views, and this is what Miguna is telling AhmedNassir. Because they are wise enough to understand that genuine judicial reforms are never obtained through partisan political utterance or threats. If President William Ruto was genuine, he wouldn't have used a political pulpit to threaten judges, and he wouldn't have vowed not to obey valid court orders. They know what impunity sound and look like. Now, beside all this, we see AhmedNassir coming out as a man who is supporting that which Ruto is pushing for. But Faramali, his own brother, all the way from Mandera, was at one point on Jeff Koinange Live trying to describe whom AhmedNassir is and what he has been able to do in the corridors of justice, in the courts. He describes AhmedNassir as a man who is engaging in a will dealer in the courts, with the judges. In fact, he talked about the lowerly primitive con act that AhmedNassir is engaging in legal will dealer. That is a description that is giving to a man who is complaining about corruption in the judiciary. So listen to him as we continue with this discussion.
Yes. Good to see you, man.
Good to see you. Good to see you. Always.
They say you can't even win a seat in your in Dadaab.
You know, the person who says that is AhmedNassir.
Yes, the Grand Mullah.
AhmedNassir has absolutely no relevance in the Somali community beyond JKL and the High Court where he is doing his wheeling and dealing. You know what I mean?
He's the Grand Mullah.
Hang on a minute. He cannot become the chairman of a Parents and Teachers Association school in a location or a sub-location in Northeastern Province.
He's from Mandera, by the way.
He's from Mandera. He grew up in Mandera. He has no home in Mandera, I can tell you. You're getting my point? He has no home. He has no constituency in Northeastern Province.
Yeah.
That's why he makes all the noise here in Nairobi here. That's why he does his lolly, primitive, you know, what you call con artist, legal wheeling and dealing. Not law, not scholarly, nothing basic. Let me tell you one thing, why lawyers call one another a learned friend. By the way, I want Kenyans to forgive me, because this is not my style. What I'm doing right now is not my style.
Right. But
somebody has to say it exactly as it is to save the judiciary, to save the legal fraternity in Kenya, and to save this country from this wheeler dealer. And to put it exactly as it is.
Yes. Okay. Hold that thought.
Now we are continuing this panel discussion, but just a quick request for those who are watching and you have not yet subscribed, please consider subscribing. To our returning subscribers, I must say thank you so much. And again, to all our viewers, please give this video a thumbs up. Thank you so much, and back to this discussion. Now, according to Faramali, he describes AhmedNassir as a man who is engaged in a primitive con artist, legal wheel dealer. So that's the description he's giving this man who is complaining about some corrupt judges. That AhmedNassir, beyond JKI and the High Court, there's not any other place he's known. But he describes his activities in High Court as willing and dealing. That when you find a judge who is willing to engage in corruption, so he goes into a deal with that kind of a judge. That means he has been in this activity of bribing judges to make a ruling in the interest of his clients. When he finds he has a case that the client cannot win or he cannot convince judges on the same, the only thing he can do is to bribe judges. That is AhmedNassir, according to Faramali. So this is the same man who is telling us that the judiciary is rot. It needs a broom sweeping. It needs a deep cleaning. And that is the advice he gives to William Ruto. Above all, he's not happy that judges in the court, in the High Court, are not supporting William Ruto's position of cleaning the judiciary. So tell us, or tell me, who should we trust? AhmedNassir, Faramali? Who should we trust? Now they are all giving allegations. AhmedNassir is telling us that the man who has promoted that which that Ruto is condemning as of now is AhmedNassir and people with the same character like him. Na yeye pia anakuja anatuambia kwamba hizi koti ziko na majaji. That means maybe he reached out to some judges, if we base on this allegation, and they refused to go into the willing dealing. Maybe he reached out to some judges who are not willing to go into the dealing. And so he ended up being disappointed. Then he come out talk about judges who can be bribed. The only way to sort this out, because senior counsel AhmedNassir is a man who has been in court in and out. Let him do like what Mike Sonko did. Table evidence, concrete evidence that can pin down a judge. In that way, he would have helped. But coming to prosecute his allegation in the public opinion court, it does not help. It only creates a perception. Maybe if you are looking for a political mileage, then it sells. But if you are serious that you have a case you want to sort out, or you have evidence and you want the judiciary to be cleaned up, you bring the evidence. So the only way AhmedNassir can help William Ruto is by producing evidence of the allegation that he's talking about. Kama sio hiyo, hii ni kelele tupu, haina msaada wowote kwa Kenya. And we can see AhmedNassir coming out as more of a man who wants to play politics to try and just pin down judges, not even pin down, to try and paint the judiciary as corrupt, and therefore justify that which William Ruto wants to do. And they're obvious, because when you send that, you have judges in the court who seemingly are not friendly to you and what you want. Brand them, then start the process to remove them, and in that way you bring in friendly judges who can rule in your favor in the near future. People are focusing on the next election. Yes, we know the issue of housing is here. It is immoral for any lawyer to support William Ruto in push to not to be abided by the rule of law and court orders. He say he will defy court orders. Then AhmedNassir comes in and support that without warning him on the dangers of disrespecting court orders. That means you are calling for anarchy. And you know what anarchy means? Because if you don't obey court order today, and you are the president who got to office through the constitutional way, which is in line with the laws of the country, then you go against the laws that govern the country, that means you are encouraging Kenyans to break the law. They will just follow exactly what you are doing. So kama AhmedNassir anasema kwamba our judges are corrupt, someone is also saying that he is corrupt, he has supported corruption, and he is part of the catalyst that has made judges to be corrupt. Wanasema yeye ni mhusika mkubwa kwa haya mambo. The willing dealing. So to save the legal fraternity and the judiciary in this country, AhmedNassir is saying that, not AhmedNassir, Farah Mali is saying that he had to say this so that it will be on record. Senior counsel AhmedNassir should come out and challenge the statement from Farah Mali. He has never challenged this, he has never reacted on this, and therefore this allegation can be taken by Kenyans to be true. Because then if you do analysis on the same, then if he never came out to speak on the same, he never defended himself, and this video is here, it's an old video, people are still sharing, but he's silent. Let him come out and challenge him. Na akitaka kufanya vizuri, take him to the court, then Farah Mali will table the evidence and AhmedNassir will defend himself in the court of law. That is it.